Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Jeneth Blackert. I am here alone while Bianca is in Hawaii for the week. It's an honor that you're here. Before we begin this voyage, I want to share just a little bit about me because I am a little bit outside the box, as you might have already realized. So, who am I? What really is this work, and why do you want to do it? Is what I would like to quickly address. And then we'll do some light language, some channeling, and we're just going to play in the field. So, my name is Jeneth Blackert. I have been an online entrepreneur since 2009. I've had extraordinary great years, extraordinary icky years as far as success and where I've been with my mindset. I really began obsessing about the mind, the nervous system, and epigenetics, where a channeled energy came through me. And I called it awesomeness at the time because I asked it, what should I call you? And it sounded something like awesomeness. But later I found out that I was channeling Hermetis, which is an Arcturian dragon collective. When I realized that, everything became a whole lot more profound and also quite personal. For many years, I lived in this insane, intense depression, anxiety state. I was even diagnosed as bipolar. I had this constant head noise that I felt like I had to take rabbit ears and figure out, okay, where are you communicating from? And now I realize this was a galactic community. When I realized that a lot of that noise wasn't mine, actually, I think 99% of it wasn't mine. And I realized how to remove entities. I realized how to only channel my frequency and vibe or more expanded. Everything truly changed. My inner world went from feeling very crowded and overwhelmed to a place and a space where it was really fun to be me. I really loved this essence of who I became. This frequency of this depression, anxiety that was living inside of me, I began to get really curious about, and I began to play with what I called these shadow dragons. And I started to work with them to break the constructs that really kept this noisy pattern in place. And it didn't take many questions. Today's voyage is going to take you into some questioning. This isn't just a sit back meditation. This is truly a place where you come into connection with your oneness and all that you are. These journeys have become insanely effective for a lot of people. They regulate your nervous system. They change how you think about food. I've had a lot of people lose weight when they started doing these meditations. Plus, it lowers your cortisol, so of course it does. I have walked through the study of this, through studying how to regulate the nervous system. And we're going to do a little breath work today too. So there's going to be probably a channeled message from the Arturians, some light language, a true hypnosis, and we'll also start with some breath work to really start getting you to understand what it really takes for you to regulate your nervous system. I've worked intensely with the teachings of Dr. Joe Dispenza, particularly around the epigenetics, the heart coherence, and really what it takes to get into the field of consciousness, the field of awareness, the field of possibilities, whatever you want to call it. And it's in those places and those coherent states where you become one, right? You become this oneness where you communicate with the all of you. It's so profound and it's so joyous to go on these journeys until the channel's already starting to come in. Before we totally go into the channeling, these coherent states are also where galactic communications are accessible. When the brain and the heart has this synchronicity, then everything that is linear and contracted then just becomes sensation, imagery, knowing, frequency, and more of that rather than these words. Let me just go into the Arcturian communication around this because I can tell that they're coming in. So I start with this awesomeness, which I start by sensation by touching my wrists together. That's one of the anchors and the key connections for me to bring in this beautiful heart-centered energy that then reaches this collective, this resonance with them. I feel that it also, because you're actually touching the body, it really awakens the body to become the full receiver of the field. The field is this place that communicates to us, and that communication to us often results in the things that we want in life, which is what now I call and think of as that the higher me or the highest me, the oneness of me. I feel like, again, English doesn't have the language for all this. And that's why we're redefining words already. Once I made this connection and it became this embodied thing, I really learned how to guide others into this place where they can have these same experiences, where that nervous system settles, that depression fades, the anxiety goes away, and we can deconstruct some of those constructs that are keeping those patterns in place. This is what I do in one-on-one sessions. I call them SDE sessions. It's synthesis of dragon energetics. You will experience some of this frequency through this hypnosis. You will experience some of the questioning that I might ask a one-on-one. I am offering these sessions discounted, and you can find that special offer on the dashboard or quote the live page. Also make sure that it's in the YouTube caption. I'm going to keep that open through the end of January, that discounted price for sessions. And those interested in working with me as a therapist or on a weekly or monthly basis, we can make a really simple and joyous package for that. The second thing I have is a Dragon Voyage series, and it jumps at timelines. So you'll know after this if you really want that. But through tomorrow, I'm giving 80% off that program for those of you guys that just really want to leap. You're like, yes, this is for me. I want to dive deeper into these voyages. I want to do them before bed each night. I really want to change. That is for you. All right, I got that all out. Now dragons come in. Let's just talk about this dragon voyage as I bring them in. Awesomeness, and sometimes it's now coming through my hands, which then came through this deeper thing that I do. I don't know. I don't do it for long. It just makes the connection easier for whatever reason. The dragon voyage that you're about to experience here is really from that space of coherence, grounded power, going into light language now, and we'll get there. So just follow along. Hello, this is Ometis. We greet you in coherence. Your body remembers how to relate. Your awareness already knows how to expand. You are here to inhabit yourself fully. You are here to remember. You are here to inhabit yourself fully. Presence is the path. Presence is the path. We walk with you as guardians today to help you reawaken the wisdom that is moving in you and through you. Okay, everyone, take a breath as we enter this hypnotic state, this dragon voyage. Take a 6-count breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And exhale out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Allowing your shoulders to drop. Again, this time we have a hold. Inhale in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold for 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale out. 1, 2, 3, 4. You should start to have noticed a frequency of spacious presence, a frequency of oneness, a frequency of play. These are the elements to start you being you as a force of nature. With your eyes closed, go ahead and look to the left. Look to the west. Look to the right. Look to the north. And look to the south, activating the 4 directions. Taking another deep breath in through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look east, look west, look north, look south, activating awesomeness, activating Hormetus today. Taking some deep sighs, some deep breaths, some deep ohms. Akadam Badatam Puruta Hakatu. One more breath. Inhale in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You find yourself right where you are. Right where you are. You notice gravity below you. You become deeply connected with Mother Gaia. And you breathe it in now. And as you are here, you notice things change. And in your mind's eye, you notice that the ground and what's touching you is warm and responsive. And ask it to take you. Ask it to hold you. Ask it to support you. And let go so that we can go on a voyage together. So now, in your mind's eye, let's go on a journey. Let's go on a journey into the frequency and meet your guardian dragon. So right now, notice your lungs working, and then notice air moving across your skin. The world awakens. Go ahead and take yourself to that place that is that one place, and maybe it's not here on earth. Maybe it's a place where there is deep peace, deep harmony, deep connection. Can you go to that place now? Yes. Find yourself there. Find yourself there. You get there by your body being carried by light codes, light sounds, even light colors. And once you arrive there, as safe and sound as you are now, out of the left corner of your eye, your guardian dragon approaching. Its body carries this unique texture and color. The scales are lights and have light patterns. You see the sacred geometry in each of these patterns. Its movement is steady, deliberate, and alive. And its breath carries this distinct fiery scent. Its eyes see you with love, wisdom, and intelligence. And you gasp in its essence. Really feel your body gasping here. Wow. You just met your dragon. Can you inquire? So look at your dragon. What color is it? What size is it in comparison to you? What do you notice about its texture? What do you notice about your five senses here? What does it feel like? What does it smell like? What do you see? And what do you hear? And most importantly, from those sensations, what emotion arises? Amping up awesomeness. Mostly, what quality of presence does it carry? And how can you be the frequency and the collective oneness with it so you can be that present too? Can you be it? Your dragon responds to vibrations, frequencies, sensations, visual thought, feeling. So it's time to walk together into this forest of thought. So you dragon nudges you with its nose, and you end up on your dragon's back. And you take off. You hold on so tightly. You're going for the ride of your life. And as exciting as this is, you notice that human things come up. Like, whoa, this is a little scary. That your dragon reminds you that you're safe. You're safe here, and you always will be safe here with this connection of oneness. Down below, there's a forest, and your dragon takes a beautiful, light, soft, almost like a cloud-like landing into a sunlit, open area between these tall branches. And you just see it and you feel so much love, so much beauty. You are connecting with that sunlight. And you notice that the leaves are connecting with that sunlight. And there's a shimmer of greens and golds. You look down and you see these soft stones. And you reach down with your right fingers and you touch these smooth stones. They are warm and inviting. You notice the tree bark in this moment and its rich texture, and the birds that are darting around, just saying hello with their beautiful voices. And then all of a sudden, a butterfly lands right on your nose. And he guides you with arcs of color. And you follow And as you do, everything awakens more. The sky becomes brighter. You hear water trickling nearby. And you're so present in following this butterfly that you don't even realize that your dragon is walking and following right behind you. The butterfly guides you to this moss-covered log. You sit down on this log, and a little small creature like a chipmunk scurries out. And you just smile. And suddenly you feel that your whole body is responding to this energy of this forest, these creatures, these frequencies in each moment. Your spine becomes more aligned, more alive and aligned. Your feet respond, noticing that the gravity is different. In this moment, everything seems light. And your dragon starts to watch you. So you inquire, you get really curious. You think, how does my dragon move through all the trees in this forest when he is so big? Does it walk behind me? Or has it been flying above me? What do you notice right now? So as you be here, you have a time to ask that one weird ass pattern that is showing up disruptive in your human life. This pattern could be something like anxiety, depression, but this pattern could also be something quite deeper that's living inside of you. Something that is reactive, something that is triggering you, something that maybe you've even wanted to fight for and fight to be right for. So play with a pattern, play with a frequency that might be taking you from truly being all of you. What is living inside of you that isn't helping you, but you don't know how to get rid of it, and you've almost identified with it? Find that pattern. We're just going to walk through semantics with it. Now, with that pattern, what ideas drift into awareness? What's the story? What's the narrative? When was the first time you experienced this? What happened then? And what if whatever happened to start this pattern, or whoever's it is in the collective, what if today this dragon, this light, can shift it? Can at least start the deconstructing of it. So all the conclusions, the definitive points of view that you have created around this story and how it's your story and why you need to hold on to this past narrative, would you be willing to destroy and create that? Thank you. This is the reminder that is just a frequency. Being here in this forest, on this log, inquiring, you even notice that the space around you begins to change. It begins to become more relaxed, more present, more peaceful. So from that trickling water that you heard a moment ago, you start to follow, and about 7 to 10 steps down this path, the whole forest opens up into these wide coastal cliffs. One of those high cliffs that one could like just jump off of and land in the water. You and your dragon walk on up to these cliffs. You think about the fun that some of the teenagers might have had in the day jumping off these coastal cliffs. The ocean is gorgeous. It's all layered blues. And the waves roll by, the steady rhythm and sound. And as this sound begins to ramp up deep through you, you begin to tap your heart in its rhythm. You begin to awaken your nervous system. You begin to touch your body. You begin to find a deeper way to being in this rhythm. You even see foam traces with patterns of sacred geometry all along the shore. The wind brushes your skin, and the salt kisses the air, and you are finding yourself in this wave-like rhythm. And get back on your dragon, you sit there and you gaze up to the sky, and every single cloud that drifts by offers you some awareness on that noisy pattern, on that thing that you feel trapped by in some way, that addiction, that depression, that fight, flight, reactive trigger, that run. You see it now in the clouds. The universe wants to get to you, and that's its way today. The clouds begin to shift. Then you have a glimpse of the sunlight, the glimmer of some sunlight hitting this beautiful water. And it also adds to another frequency to destroy that pattern. You feel it through your body. You're still tapping to that rhythm of the waves to calm your nervous system. And your chest opens with a breeze. And you gasp once again. Wow. Your dragon's wings just relaxed. And you just relaxed even deeper in that oneness and that connection that you are. And you become in awe. How can this dragon shift me right here in this moment? Where does this sensation come from? Where does this rhythm come from? And you realize this is the field. You are the sound of the waves. You are the dragon's breath. You are reorganizing the nervous system within. That is the oneness. You're the ocean. You're the rhythm. You're the sounds of the wind, the sounds of your breath, the sounds of the dragon's breath. How did that all come in one breath? How does that all become oneness in union, in this unified conscious field? It's not for us to know how. It's for us to be this. Allowing your body to have even more ease, even more relaxation. Taking in these rhythms, these sounds, the sound architecture and sacred geometry one more time. And as you feel complete with the integration of these sound codes, your dragon lifts you off. And you fly in this rhythm of the wind, in the oneness with your dragon's breath, enjoying each moment. And you're taken inland now. And the sands stretch across the land in these smooth, beautiful, sandy curves. And dunes, they're just glowing. They're just being. And at this time, you are being. You have this love and this connection with these dunes and the heat. It's not too hot, but it's not too cold. And the sky shifts in all these different colors here. What colors are you seeing in the sky now? Shadows are lengthening. And it's becoming dark. And now you see that shadow once again that you brought up at the beginning, that pattern, that noise from your human. And you realize that it can lengthen and it can shorten and it can fade and it can be absent entirely, just as an evening shadow. Question this pattern. You look up and you see some stars. They're almost just coming towards you at this time. And you're just in awe. You feel and sense even greater spaciousness. It's as vast as this sandy desert opening. And here, things begin to start organizing naturally. Everything becomes aligned. As you are working with your highest mind. You will guide yourself to what is required next for your greatest good. Your awareness expands. Your breath slows. And your body feels this lift, this light, this almost light body of being. Yet you're also very here and very present. Now the dragon is resting beside you. Remember all its colors. Remember all its sounds. Remember all of me, as I am the one that will bring you right back here. And your dragon here reminds you to question, are you being the frequency that makes you feel the most alive? The dragon offers you an energy, a space, and a consciousness that you could embody to help you with this frequency to feel more alive. And as you embody that frequency that makes you feel even more and more alive, your dragon offers a symbol or an image in your mind's eye to remember this. What is that symbol? Say it out loud. What is the symbol? What is the symbol? Now imagine that symbol being placed somewhere in your body. Somewhere maybe that you could put your fingers or touch. Doesn't have to be. They just said it doesn't have to be. All right. And allow that to be there as a reminder to awaken that frequency of dragon connection, of frequency of being alive, and everything else you can put in as an awakening reminder. What signposts can you put out in front of you, out into your future, to remind yourself of this moment? What signposts can you put out in your future timeline to remind you to reawaken back to this moment? And be here. What else? What else comes round? What else comes up? As you become this, the desert responds, the sand becomes, and your spaciousness and presence widens and deepens. Taking another deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and exhale it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Shh. And now taking a moment to integrate these frequencies and this experience to become that force of nature that you truly are, to remove that noisy pattern that is keeping you from truly having the gifts and the things that you truly want here. And now integrating these light codes, integrating these sounds, these rhythms, and integrating these spaces. From the forest sunlight and the ocean's sounds, rhythms of the waves, to the desert spaciousness. Allowing your thoughts to move to the highest vibration. From those thoughts, feeling your highest. From those feelings, being the frequency of this. Again, reminding yourself of that visual anchor that you put down and around your body, reminding it to be this, to live this way, to follow the nudges, to follow your highest mind that is guiding you through this light, but maybe sometimes you're just not listening. Now your dragon turns to eye, one eye to eye. And its gaze in that eye reflects that forest land, those ocean waters, and that vast, spacious sand. This is the moment where we become coherent. We become coherent in the heart. We become one with this unified field. And this is what we can do together. The dragon bows and offers a final gesture. And as he does, you get a download of everything that's required for you now. To follow those signposts, to follow this present moment. And suddenly your dragon dissolves into the landscape. But you're not alone. This is a space or a place that if your dragon offers a name, you can receive it. Allowing your breath to continue. Allowing the body to rest. And allowing your awareness to remain spacious, to follow each nudge, to follow each moment of clarity. This is a beautiful place for us to play. I'm going to count you out of this, and I'm going to bring you right back to where we started. And I want you, because I know you can, to bring all these frequencies and all those anchors and all those signposts and really place them in the field as we count down. 10, you begin the process of awakening these codes. You begin the process of awakening for your greatest good, for your family's greatest good, for the ripple effect that it creates. 9, keep it moving. 8, 7, 6, 5. Come back alive. Really making that connection with your body. 4. Start wiggling your fingers and toes. 3. Coming more and more awake into more of a soft alpha state. 2. Start to twinkle your eyes, let them close open. 1, open your eyes. And 0, come back here, come back now, be here. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, refreshed and alive, really coming back, starting to move your arms, your shoulders, really waking up, shaking out your hands, shaking out your toes, shaking out your feet, knowing this embodied frequency as you come fully awake, alert, awake and alert, awake and alert. You're going to have an amazing day, awake and alert. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Thank you for joining me for this unique dragon hypnosis. And I want to remind you that through Wednesday night, I have an 80% off code for my Dragon Timeline series, which is a set of 7. I wrote a book called 7 Dragons, A Guide to a Limitless Mind. 7 dragons that go 7 dragons. There are 7 voyages in the series that goes through really overcoming many of those dragons and those dragons from the book. So it's a cute little integration. If you want to find the book, you can find it on Amazon. It's called 7 Dragons, A Guide to a Limitless Mind by Jen Blackert. And I also have another book out that's a novel, and it's called Falling in Stilettos. So if you're just interested in me or this work in general, you might want to check out my Amazon books, and you might want to take more of these voyages because it could be a lot of fun. I often offer these monthly, around each month in our Inner Circle Mystique. If you want to get access that way, you can get access that way as well. If you have any questions, you can always email us for anything regarding Haute Hustle at team@hautehustle.com. We will see you on Thursday. I'm interviewing a Mary Magdalene channel. Her name is Dana, and I think it should be extraordinary. I can't wait to dive into more of this and continuing this vibe from the summit. Oh, talking about the summit. I would love if you would, in the chat on YouTube, give us a note, a caption, a comment. We also have a new community in YouTube that I just started yesterday. So feel free to go in there and say hello. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Tell me the name of your dragon. Tell me what your dragon looks like. Tell me if you've had interaction with your dragons before. Please go ahead and just talk to me and the community. I'll go ahead and be there for the next hour, and I'll be checking in on a regular basis. I have a few announcements before we get going. The first announcement is I want you to know that our Inner Circle, the very first mastermind of the year, is tomorrow. And it is a deeply profound community with a lot of people who have grown their gifts, their connection with oneness. And I would love to invite you, if you feel called to be a part of this beautiful community. To learn more, you can go to hautehustle.com/join and learn more about that community. Today, we'd love if you join our YouTube community and dive deeper with us. Until Thursday, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye, everyone.